The silence of space was broken. At precisely 3:36 a.m. Eastern Time on March 2, 2025, a new chapter in space exploration began. Firefly Aerospace's Blue Ghost lander touched down on the lunar surface. Cheers erupted at mission control. The impossible had been achieved. Blue Ghost was the second private spacecraft to successfully land on the moon. This achievement follows the success of Intuitive Machines' Odysseus lander. Odysseus made history weeks earlier. It was the first private craft to achieve a lunar landing. These missions signal a new era. Private companies are now major players in space exploration. Blue Ghost landed in a vast basin. This basin spans 350 miles on the near side of the moon. Scientists believe a massive asteroid created this basin billions of years ago. The impact left a scar on the lunar surface. This region is a treasure trove for scientific discovery. The landing site was carefully chosen. It offers valuable insights into the moon's history. It also poses unique challenges for the mission team. The uneven terrain and shadows make landing a delicate dance. Blue Ghost performed flawlessly. It demonstrated the prowess of private spaceflight. Blue Ghost is more than just a lander. It is a sophisticated science laboratory. It carries 10 instruments. These instruments will probe the moon's mysteries. The data collected will rewrite the textbooks. One of the key objectives is to study the moon's interior. Scientists want to understand how the moon formed. They also want to learn about its internal structure. Blue Ghost will use seismic waves to peer beneath the surface. This will create a map of the moon's hidden layers. Another important goal is to investigate space weather. The moon is constantly bombarded by radiation from the sun. This radiation can be dangerous to astronauts and equipment. Blue Ghost will measure the intensity of this radiation. This information is crucial for future missions. Blue Ghost will also analyze lunar soil. The composition of the soil can tell us about the early solar system. It might even hold clues to the origins of life. The lander will collect samples and analyze them on board. The results will be beamed back to Earth. Finally, Blue Ghost will use lasers to measure the distance between the Earth and the Moon. This will improve our understanding of gravity. It will also aid in navigation for future missions. These measurements will be incredibly precise. Blue Ghost's success is not just a win for Firefly Aerospace. It is a triumph for NASA's Commercial Lunar Payload Services, CLPS initiative. This program is a collaboration between NASA and private companies. The goal is to send payloads to the moon. The CLPS initiative is a key part of NASA's Artemis program. Artemis aims to establish a sustainable presence on the moon. This includes sending astronauts back to the lunar surface. Private companies like Firefly are crucial to this effort. NASA awarded Firefly $101.5 million for the Blue Ghost mission. This investment is paying off. Private companies are proving they can deliver. They are providing cost-effective solutions for lunar exploration. This partnership is a win-win for everyone. The CLPS initiative is opening up the moon for business. More companies are developing lunar landers. This competition is driving innovation. It is lowering costs. It is an exciting time to be involved in space exploration. Blue Ghost's landing is a sign of things to come. 2025 is shaping up to be a busy year for lunar exploration. Several other missions are planned. These missions will further our understanding of the moon. Intuitive Machines, the first company to land on the moon, launched its second lander earlier in the week. This mission will target a different region of the moon. It will carry a new suite of scientific instruments. A Japanese company called iSpace is also in the race. They launched a lander and rover on the same rocket as Blue Ghost. Their spacecraft is expected to arrive on the moon in late May or early June. This mission will demonstrate Japan's capabilities in space. These missions are just the beginning. Private companies are investing heavily in lunar infrastructure. They are building landers, rovers, and even habitats. The goal is to create a permanent human presence on the moon. The future of lunar exploration is bright. With private companies leading the charge, we are on the cusp of a new era of discovery. The moon is no longer a distant dream. It is becoming our next frontier.